We really have our work cut out for us tomorrow at Bradley University. I've had one game there before when I was at Canisius. What we understand it's going to be a very, very large crowd. It's the first true home game. Any of you that were in Madison Square Garden, it wasn't exactly neutral with the support that we had there. So we're excited about it because I think it's very representative of what we'll see in the Big Ten as far as a hostile home crowd, a talented team, and a team is 5-1 right now.
Their physicality, it seemed like it's been a trademark of theirs, especially in recent games. Is that something that you see as a defining?
Well, for us, for Bradley, I mean, they're Gino's the lineage that he comes from playing Ohio University for Larry Hunter, coaching at Kent State. They're a really good man-to-man, physical defensive team, and so we have to be able to score points, and then we got to be able to stop them. That's a team that we could not stop last year. It was tied until for 30 minutes. It was tied, or we were behind for 30, and we made some shots at down the stretch and finally got some stops. We're a really talented veteran team. They have one junior college player that is playing a little bit. Other than that, everybody else has 3, 4, 5 years experience, 6 years experience for the one the big kid.
What do you remember about the venue out there?
Not very much. It was an NIT game. We actually won it at the buzzer, but I remember it was it's very loud. And other people have played there several times. No, it's as loud as it gets. So we're practicing for that right now. But you have to do it sometime. You can't play only home games.
Why do you think you guys are shooting so well? I mean, you're one of the top shooting teams in the country.
I think that we're getting offensive rebounds, which lead to good percentages, and I don't think we're taking a lot of bad shots right now. We chart in every practice, or in every game, we chart how many bad shots, and there's been times that there's been as many as 8 to 10, and in past seasons, we're working to find 1 or 2, and everybody has a different area that has a different green light in certain shots, but we're really very selective.
Did you guys work on anything at the end of end game scenarios after Tuesday? You guys
talked
about that?
It was let's say it was 20 minutes into practice. We cleaned up what we saw at the end of that game.
What did you see? What was?
Well, it was just timing and understanding of what we are trying to do, and we have 3 timeouts in our pocket, and you can just turn to the ref and call timeout. But we were a little mixed up on our delay game, what we were trying to do there. It's a freshman doing that, but one of our upperclassmen, we haven't worked a great deal on that. We haven't had it.
Was that more on you guys, or was that them just coming back? I mean, in that instance where they got back in the game?
No, we will work it as well today. We thought coming out of those timeouts during those times, we didn't execute very well. We just missed the last word in the adjustment. We're going to run this, and it's going to have this at the end. And the part at the end didn't pick up. So we're working on that today with coming out of a huddle up with screaming people in your ears, and the coach looking at the boards to see what the actual play is, who I'm guarding, just clean up the things you need in a tight game.
John, any concern about an emotional or kind of a mental letdown after 3 kind of bigger games and this not being on the same level as those other 3?
I mean, anytime that you go on the road, you're always susceptible to that shock of, wow, this is good. We're in for it, and we cannot we cannot back down in those situations. And it's even more of a shock when you're playing a team that doesn't have Duke or North Carolina on its jersey. So we have to really understand this team can play and go in there with the mindset this is no different than if you were playing. What would your mind be said if you were going up to Michigan State today? Or what would it be if you're going to Ohio State? You'd be pretty jacked up, but knowing you had your work cut out for us, we got to have that same mentality.
You had mentioned the other day just Max in passing, but that you have this depth in the front court and how important that is. I mean, is that something that you're starting to realize how?
Yeah, we're still toying with some different ways that we can do that. We worked extensively the last couple of days on some big man packages, and because we have to do that. Glenn, we'd like to have Glenn play a couple of different positions, but right now keep it simple for him, but we'd like to have him play a couple different, and there's some times he's going to be in foul trouble or the matchup isn't working in our favor, and then we just go bigger. But we're getting there, and I think guys are understanding, but they're all sort of fighting for minutes there, and we're trying to figure it out.